Hi, I'm Emma from BBQ-baker.com, and this is where I'm going to show you how you can use your barbecue as an oven to bake with. I have got a drum charcoal barbecue, but you can use gas barbecues working on the same principles. It's all about indirect cooking, which I will explain later. So the easiest way for you to light your charcoal barbecue is by using a starter kit, and these are quite readily accessible from supermarkets and garden centres. Depending on how much coal you put in this starter kit will determine how much heat you're going to get out of your barbecue. So if you fill it right to the top, you're going to get to very high temperatures, which is great for grilling but not so good for baking. So I've done some research and I've done lots of experiments, and I've worked out that a good temperature for barbecue baking is around 150 to 160 degrees, which is the same as in your conventional oven. My barbecue is very handy, it's got a thermometer on the lid, so I get a more consistent look at what it's doing inside. If you don't have that, you can buy something to pop inside, or you can just go down the trial and error route and just pop on some bakes and see how they get on. So I'm using long lasting, long burning coal. They burn for about 3 hours. And that just gives you the option that if you want to bake beforehand, you can, or if you want to bake afterwards, again, you still can. You're not wasting any of your coals. So I have measured out or counted out 26 coals into my starter kit, and that's going to give me a really nice temperature to bake with. You can see it's probably about half full, just under halfway of the starter kit. So let's get this underway so that it starts to heat up, and then we can talk a bit more about barbecuing baking in a second. So all I need is a fire lighter sat on the grill. Get that going and then pop your starter kit on top. And that's all you need to do. So I'll leave that for about 10 to 15 minutes so that all the coals catch, and while that's doing, I can be in the kitchen getting a cake ready to pop on. Okay, so I've left these for about 15 minutes, and as you can see, they have all caught and they are all white on the coals. So they're up to full temperature, so I'm going to spread them in the barbecue where I want them. I've got 26 coals in there, so that gives me 13 either side. You can buy baskets to put your coals in, which holds them neatly either side. I prefer not to use them because I spread them out a little bit wider, which again keeps that temperature just down a little bit, ready for baking. So we put the coals in, so we're going for 13 either side. It's 13 on that side. 13 on that side, and then just tuck your starter kit somewhere safely out of the way because it will be really hot. And I'm just going to make sure I've got these coals exactly where I want them. You want them as tucked as far to the edge as possible. We don't want any of our cake tins over the direct heat of the coals. All of this middle area here is going to be for indirect cooking. So the cake tins, or whatever you decide to bake, is going to be down this middle strip. So I can put my top grill on, ready, and close the lid down so that the temperature can come completely up to where we want it. The important thing about baking on a barbecue is that the lid needs to be down at all times. This is what helps it turn itself into an oven. So we're going to leave that for sort of 5 minutes, and then I've got some cakes ready to go on.